Well, we're lucky enough to be joined by John Maynard from Vodafone.
Hi.
I have a few questions for you. So, what makes India a conducive market for mobile money services?
There's a number of factors. Obviously, there is a very large population there. Demand for mobile phone services is growing enormously. We're adding something like 10 million new customers each month. We already have 150 million customers over there. And there's an extremely high unbanked population. The nature of the country geographically is such that you've got a few very high density urban areas, and the bank networks inevitably tend to be based in those. Bank branches, as you move away from those urban centres, tends to get fewer and fewer, but you've still got a huge number of population living in rural agricultural jobs, and they still have the need to be served by basic financial services. So good opportunity for us.
Great. What are some of the don'ts when it comes to launching mobile money services?
I think the bits that you need to make sure that you've got lined up correctly. I mean, you need to make sure that you are launching with a trusted brand. So don't launch if you haven't got a trusted brand would be the first one. If customers don't trust your brand, if they don't recognise your credibility in playing in this space, they won't give you their money. And if they don't trust you with their money, then effectively you haven't got a product. So that's the key point for us. It's making sure you've got trust, and then everything else falls on the top of that. Pricing has got to be a simple proposition that customers can understand. It's got to be a simple product that people can use. Challenges around remembering syntax of long text messages if you're constructing methods like that. These are all barriers. So keep the product simple, make sure the brand's trusted, and keep the pricing simple as well.
Is there an opportunity for MNOs to offer banking services in banked markets?
I think there is. I'm not sure about banking service, but there is definitely the opportunity to offer financial services. Having worked with M-PESA for so long, it's painful when, for example, the window cleaner comes round and we have to run around the house looking for the right amount of money to pay him. It's painful for him. He has to visit 3 or 4 times before maybe he catches up with us. And if I had a product like, say, M-PESA, where he cleans the windows and leaves the cars through the door, and then I can just use my phone to send money directly to him with no risk of me having to share my bank details with him, which could lead to identity fraud. That kind of service I think would be great, and it'd be really nice to see something like that launched in the developed market.
Sure. And finally, how are you finding the event so far?
I've been really enjoying it. I mean, there's been a wide range of speakers. There's been some really interesting debates. I just came off a panel with some wide-ranging viewpoints. I think we've got all of the major UK mobile networks here, which is really good. Good to hear from Everything Everywhere and O2. And feedback has been very good from everybody else.